But, like, some people hold, like, nostalgia for it. But if it was called, I don't know, Mega Man.
Castlevania
Mega Man Makers, people would think it's the worst Mega Man game.
Right.
There was another example of that kind of thing I was thinking of the other day, but I forget which exact
Mega Man
one.
Shakers.
Ooh, I like that. Shake, shake!
No.
Yo, Trev, when's Mystical Ninja coming?
When I can practice it on an actual TV, which I don't have anymore.
Oh, yeah. Rip. Rip.
Regardless if I fail or succeed my next test, I'm gonna move in like the middle of October, so I'll start then.
Nice. I wish I was a skeleton. Ooh! Those brains that shoot plasma.
Ooh.
Nice.
Thanks, bud.
I tried that.
Dude, that was strats.
Pro strats.
Oh, no. Save that. Save that for later. I got a surprise coming up, but I'm gonna save it for later. It's October.
What's
I
the
thought I had
surprise?
Dude,
Oh,
it's
no.
end of the year related, and that's all I'm gonna say, son. So stoked.
What is it?
Just
LP?
say it at this point.
8-bit
Don't say it.
Christmas 2015!
Oh, I saw that email today.
Oh, dang it. Literally Ryan Miller texted me this morning, was like, hey, 8-bit Christmas 2015 is available. I was like, great. Got on my phone and ordered it in 1 second. Was like, cool, it's ordered. Now I won't forget. My biggest fear in the entire world, not heights, snakes, death, is forgetting to order 8-bit Christmas.
Dude, if you don't order it, you'll never get it again. Like, it
Ever.
won't be on eBay.
Ever. I'm missing, because I didn't know they existed, I'm missing 2009 and 2010, and I would literally pay a fairly decent
Like
price for it.
$150
I'd
a
pay
part.
like 100 or
For
150 bucks probably for each.
What?
Because they don't exist.
$200.
They don't exist.
Oh
I would
my
probably pay it, but
God.
literally, if they're ever on eBay, someone's asking like $600 for them. I almost want to email the guy who makes them and is like, can I pay you, the creator, $100 to make me this? And I don't know if they can or not. Maybe I will do that one time. I don't want to pay a reseller like $500 for something that I could give money to the dude who makes it, you know? That's not fair.
How do you know the guy on eBay's not that guy? Like, he just sells a certain amount, and then he just starts selling all his extras for $600.
It's super smart.
He's like, oh, well, I didn't really make my money back on the run, but yeah, I usually make it back on eBay.
I guess that is true.
I would not be surprised if, like, corporations like, I don't know, GameStop got some, like, limited edition. They just, like,
Dude,
hold a bunch
I
of them.
am like fully convinced that the only reason Nintendo's doing the stuff with the amiibos that they're doing is because they somehow like get money from the reselling on eBay. Like I don't know, dude. The fact that they like don't make enough every single time would mean that Nintendo's not making any money because they're not having the actual sales from them. I don't know. I'm not saying they're the ones doing it, but I mean, if I was GameStop, you know, you got like 100,000 of the next crazy 3DS that was kind of like Majora's Mask. I don't know.
Also, GameStop pays a lot to have that exclusivity.
I guess that, yeah, and that's true too. So it's like, why not, like, get rid of them some other way? Me.
Necromancer.
I remember this guy being pretty hard.
Child, before I finish
Yeah, I
it,
hope it
get out of
happened.
my way.
What?
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 The old man
Not even a
will
question
feed
mark.
us with his soul.
What?
All right. No. He says, get out of my way. What? And then no.
I do love this music. Is this Bloodlines music?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I ever noticed that in the past. Well, why don't they just call that the free hit move, where you get free hits?
They summoned some enemies, so I have to watch out.
Those zombies are pretty...
Did he summon a single zombie?
I thought he summoned a couple, but I guess they despawned.
The Necromancer's greatest enemy, hardware limitations.
Through the wall.
Dude,
If only they could do it
it
like Heroes of Might Magic and just have a legion of zombies all be like one you know,
One stack.
sprite. Yep.
Well, they did that in Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh yeah. Yo Ben, when you gonna do Heroes of Might and Magic something?
Oh, right, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, noise.
He's not dead.
To answer your question,
Never.
IDK. Oh, now they're skeletons.
I'm not sure about that sound effect. Not sure about that green glowing orb of plasma.
Oh. Ah. It's a
Yeah,
good
you were
stopping
doing
point
50
right
damage
here.
with the other one.
Nice. Do you have any health things while we're
No, I'm gonna go to the saves.
2 level up. How under-leveled are you?
I'm pretty underleveled. I've been rushing through pretty hard.
Okay.
I remember sinking a ton of hours into this game, so...
What's the max you can level up in this game, Trev?
100. But that is really hard to do. Like, you'll probably be level 50 at the very end. Like, my one is, like, 86, and I was like, how is it 86? I must have just grinded for hours. Just, like, it's not the same
oh my
way.
God.
It's not the same way that Symphony works, where it's exponential, and once you get to level 70, literally everything gives you 1 experience. But this one game, you just need a lot. Let's not die. Okay, cool.
Give me them seeds.
Woo!
So I have the tackle now. I have to go back to that area that was in.
Where you hit that thing? Yee, girl.
There's a couple areas I can go to now, but I want to go to the clock tower.
Here's something.
This game is a ripoff of Dark Souls.
Oh, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Especially that.
Here's something interesting for any of you guys who don't know much about the Castlevania 64 stuff. So there are 2 Nintendo 64 Castlevania games. The one that everyone knows is Castlevania 64. There's also a second one called Legacy of Darkness. I love how every single one of those names is blank of blank. Like, great. But, so here's the really... Did you just get 2 unique cards?
Yeah.
Wow. Here's the really interesting thing. Legacy of Darkness essentially takes all of Castlevania 64 and then remakes parts of it and adds stuff to it. It's almost like a remake on the same system plus an expansion pack if you looked at it in like today's terms. Because like I would say at least 50 to 60% of the game is exactly the same, but they fix some stuff like camera angle, item placement, stuff like that. And then they
So it's like Game of the Year edition.
it's almost
with
like
DLC.
it's almost like a Game of the Year edition. With DLC, a remake on this. I mean, there's a lot of games nowadays that do that Game of the Year edition where they'll give you the same game but with more stuff.
With all the DLC that came out.
Exactly. I don't remember any time on the same system that essentially someone just remade a game. They were like, sorry about Castlevania 64, it was kind of buggy and whatever. Here's Legacy of Darkness, however. It's the
For
good
full price.
For full price. It's the
Right.
good one.
And then, like, is that like super rare? Because I like never see that.
It's pretty tough
It's
to
like
find.
it's like $30, I guess.
Nah, I think it's like 40 or 50.
Is it?
But it's not so much that it's expensive as it is actually kind of tough to find. We only get it at the store maybe once or twice a year, so it's not. It's also one of those things where only a hardcore Castlevania person will even care. Because if for some reason someone just wants to take a romp around a 3D Castlevania game, they'll just pick up Castlevania 64 for like $10. You know what I mean? So.
Gotcha.
Another Bloodlines track.
Hey, that was friggin' Robin Hood.
No, it's a
Fox
furry Robin Hood.
Nice. No, but I'm just saying, literally, the Robin Hood from Disney is fun.
Yes.
Do you not remember the Disney, Robin Hood.
What are you, stupid?
Oh yeah, I do. I do remember that actually.
Oh, those heads. They killed me in Savannah.
Look at those stupid Medusa heads.
So
Why does a Medusa
annoying.
have a wristband?
Nice.
You did get a wristband.
I remember this part being stupidly annoying.
It's just it requires you to do like fairly precise platforming and like the weird like mechanics that this game offers.
You know, and I would say, because I have played and beaten this one before in the past, looking back on it for Trevor playing right now, I think my only major complaint, because everything is really, really quality about this game, is I can tell what Trevor means by the moving is weird, and also because of how you always have to double tap, like the camera follows you oddly, like if that makes sense. Like it like kind of like jumps around a little bit because you always have to be double tapping stuff. Like it's a
Also,
little bit jerky in terms of the camera.
This game is very big, and like even when you do a double jump, you pretty much ascend a full screen, so the camera does move around, and a lot of times you're just jumping to like a pit you have no idea where you're going to.
Yeah. Again, hardware limitations. It's
I don't think this
GBA.
leads it. Yeah, I need the wall jump.
I mean, like, wouldn't it be badass, though, to have somebody revisit games where the only thing limiting them was hardware limitations, and then making it, like, what if you had a Castlevania game where the entire game was visible at all times? And
They actually have that. It's an Xbox.
Ugh, and it's stupid.
It's a
so
360 or maybe possibly is it PS3, Trevor, as well?
Yeah.
It's a download.
Well-
it takes place after or kind of like in the same
No,
realm as Symphony.
It's a spin-off, and it has all the characters in it. So you have like Alucard, and then like not this guy.
And
because they
essentially,
only-
you can see as much of the map as you want. It's a pretty big map.
I would
And it's a multiplayer kind of game.
Yeah, I would say the game is cool if they didn't use that multiplayer thing.
Yeah, and you can go as close in or as far away as you want. So if you're like, how do I get to whatever? You know what I mean? Like you can look at it.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to play the game like that. However, I guess you could if you wanted to. You know, like zoomed out the whole way. It's a pretty interesting idea. I don't know what that one's called though. Cause I never.
But, like,
played-
it'd be interesting to, like, have a game that doesn't require a lot of whatever, like, you know, hardware usage, and then just max it out so that, like,
Yeah.
you can have tons of
yeah.
enemies on the screen, and, like, you know, but, like, you know, it's not gonna, you don't have to worry because, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I
I feel
think
like there's probably some indie game that probably has this, but
I can think of a couple games on different systems that kind of did that. I don't know, like, maybe what you're talking about is, like, maybe the early Dynasty Warriors games for, like, PS2, where they, like, had,
I
like,
guess,
a million
but
enemies.
don't like Dynasty Warriors was like pushing the limit at the time. I'm saying like take a system that's good, like that's well above what you need, and making an old type
Gotcha.
game like this.
So making like a game like this for, like, PS4, where you
Right,
can just,
where
like,
you
do
can just
whatever
do
you want.
So much.
That would be cool.
And then just having like, you know, way more enemies on the screen. Everything moves a little faster, maybe. You know, like. I mean, they kind of did, like, the newest, you know, Mega Man or whatever when that came out on PS3. Like, that probably did some stuff that, like,
Yeah.
the earlier Mega Mans could never have done.
Yeah.
Just because of hardware limitations. But,
A lot of times it's, like, just having better, like, frame rate, too, is really
right,
nice.
right.
well, this game does run at 60 FPS, but it definitely doesn't look like it. 'Cause
Well, like, I feel like even when they make games like that, they, like, go crazy and, like, and end up pushing some of the hardware limitations, even though it's the PS4, because they have, like, whatever in the background and stuff, and it's like, okay. Like, why not just make, like, a really, really good game that doesn't have to, like, suffer in any way, because you, like, tried too hard in something.
Da, da, da.
One thing I like about this game is that it is fairly fast-paced, so
Yeah, it really is.
if you know what you're doing, you can do it pretty quickly.
What percentage would you say you're through it already, Trev? Like 5, 10, 15%?
26.
I like that for a game like this.
Now, it does get a little bit more backtracky as it goes on. Like right now, it's pretty much just like giving you a big world map. And just letting you do whatever for now. Cool.
You know, it's interesting when it comes to genres of stuff, how, like, the stuff you accept is different. Like, for instance, like if an RPG was 5 hours long, you'd be like, this is the worst game ever. You know what I mean? But, like, if an action game is longer than 5 hours, or, like, 5 or 10 hours, you're like, oh my god, it goes on forever. Like, I like the horror game The Evil Within, but it's so long! Like, it's almost too long because of the, you know, the genre it is. I don't know, it's kind of like for movies, like that new movie that came out, The Martian, it's probably like 2 or 2.5 hours long, you know, because it's a drama, and they usually are longer, but if, like, a comedy came out and was that long, people would be like, oh, please, make it stop. That'll do it.
Stone arm.
That guy just throws rocks.
That's
I mean,
me.
Which, like, I
Why
guess
don't-
is part of him, but why isn't he diminishing? Or matter cannot be created or destroyed?
Ooh.
But have you considered magic?
What is this magic you speak of, Ben?
It's like
It's like this thing.
you use cards,
Slime!
Ooh.
and there's a blue
Ben,
bar.
do you play Magic? I forget.
Yes, Ben
Kind
knows
of,
how to
yeah.
play
I know how to play. I won't go as much
Yeah.
further.
Okay. I didn't know if you had, like, decks or ever went into, like, war and pieces or whatever.
I did have one at one point, but I
You
never
have
got.
one card.
I never got into one card. I never got into it like like Matt or Jordan or the
Yeah.
or
Or
like
Travis. You couldn't say it because you're blocked. So
but
Ben couldn't say the name.
Yep.
There's another guy. I can't think of his name. Oh my god. How is it out of my
Who
head?
plays?
He's a guy, he's got like a beard, like, you would know him if I said his name. Oh, dang, why can't I think of it?
Yeah, I have one deck that was made for me.
Yeah.
I guess just in case someone's like, do you have magic? I guess. Let me look at these cards and read what they do before I play.
Sure, that's good because then you get to play with Mike Gordon a lot.
Oh, I do all the time.
Great.
Good luck, Trev. This is hard,
This
boss.
guy just has a lot of health, and he recovers a lot of health, too. I guess I'll still use the Holy Sword. Because I can stand right next to him.
How does he recover health? Just like through an attack?
Right there. He just did it.
Oh.
You'll see like a bunch of like green numbers.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I should use this more.
That was quite a dodge.
Nice.
Very good.
That one fiber was good.
Three
Dude,
level
you are
up?
so under leveled. Oh my gosh.
I got to the next boss and I got 4 level ups.
So, ooh. Oh, sorry, Hugh.
Huey.
I also like how the
Here?
whenever like any like
Yeah, do
cutscenes
you not know
happen,
that name?
they just drop off any like sound effects or anything. They're like, read. It's okay.
Kick boots!
P cool, P cool.
Wow.
So there's an area where I can use the kick boots in here, but it just leads to a extra thing.
Oh, where does it lead?
It just leads to an extra, like, a power-up, like HP up or something.
Boo,
I have to go
fair.
back to the original, where is it?
The corridor that you fell down.
I have to, the original corridor I fell down, the right one to that. I have to go there.
Oh, wait, you actually do. That sucks.
Yeah. So I'll get there, find a save point, then I'll probably stop for today.
Go!
Attack.
Woo, woo. Sorry, blood girl. Nothing personnel, kid.
Heat Shade.
Shade!
She can't handle how alpha that whip is. Sorry, dude. I think Stone Armor is my favorite enemy so far.
There are so many of these armor things.
Yeah, there's so many armors and, like, demons.
Second favorite is Robin Hood.
It's Fox Archer. He is. Everyone, it says right there.
Does it ever let you pick up multiples, Trev, of cards? Or when you get a card, it's always like RNG to be like a new one.
Yeah, it's a permanent card, and it's not really RNG because predetermined enemies always drop the same cards. So they just have a drop rate to drop that card, but like if you farm like the skeletons in the very beginning, you can't get every card. It doesn't work that
Gotcha.
way.
So they'll only give you one of the one card then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that it matters because the glitch makes me able to use anything.
Yeah, but I'm a completionist. This game even has like, even though it doesn't have the effects for it, it has that blast processing sound too.